Welcome to the finest showcase. Today, we're in one of China's youngest and most futuristic cities. This is the Four Seasons in Shenzhen. Four Seasons is known for, rather than having a universal style that looks the same all around the world, to adapt its properties to the country where they are. Today, you will see so many different Chinese elements throughout the entire property, and we're so excited to show you everything about it. The hotel is located in Shenzhen's business district called Futian. However, this does feel way calmer than what you would imagine of a Chinese busy business area. Even though this is a very urban hotel, it's not considered a resort. It definitely does feel like you're just tucked away from the busyness. We're currently standing on the 7th floor overlooking the lobby and reception area as well as the bar that is on the 6th floor. The finest showcase is going to show you today one of the 266 rooms of this hotel. So come on with me.
Welcome to the room at the Four Seasons Shenzhen. I want to show you around this joint living, working and sleeping space. When we think about the design and the vibe and the feeling of this room, we do have more of a 2010s feel with the dark plum colors, and it was like an East meets West fusion. I think the standout part of this area is, of course, this huge king-sized bed slap bang in the middle, and the Four Seasons embroidery on the pillows really stand out. There are some things that I'm going to show you, like the TV, which do fit the 2010 era. However, there are other parts of this room which are definitely timeless. As we can see behind the bed, we have this Chinese brushwork, which I think is a stunning design, and as I mentioned earlier, it really shows that fusion of the East meets West. And this Chinese brushwork is actually a signature piece of this hotel. Very fittingly named Harmonious Clouds, and it is designed to inspire a restful night and good dreams. And the hotel uses this to bring a strong Chinese identity to an otherwise quite international space. Keeping in mind that we are actually in Shenzhen, which is an incredibly new, modern, high-tech, fast-paced city. That definitely is one of the most striking, if not the most striking feature of this room. Behind those beautifully fluffy and comfortable pillows, we do have a light leather headboard, and on either side of the bed, we have the bedside tables. They are in a white marble frame with dark wood for the drawers and the inside, and we can see that light and dark contrast throughout this room. And those bedside tables are finished off with two identical lamps on either side. Once again, we can see the dark wood for the stand, and these lamps actually have a dimmer switch that you can use to set the mood in the evening if you want to calm down and do some reading. The hotel did open in 2013, but even though that's the case and it was over 13 years ago, we still do have some good technology on the side of the bed to be able to control the shears and the drapery at a touch of a button, playing really well into the fact that this is a technology-driven city and being quite forward-thinking. Being that this is a Four Seasons, I think we do have certain expectations, and a couple of things that come to my mind are pillow menu as well as daily complimentary activities that you can join in. For example, tomorrow there is a light stretching between 8 and 8:30. Let's move over to the working area. We have this enormous desk here, and the color matches exactly with basically the bedside tables. Yes, this is a leather rather than a marble, and it is a slightly creamier shade, but still similarities resemble there. And this hotel does provide an interesting option or array of different amenities that you can add if you need to. For example, one very unusual one is a laptop upon request, but you can also choose many other normal things like a fax machine, a printer, an ergonomic chair, as well as humidifier and many other different things. And as this hotel is located in the business district of Shenzhen, I guess it makes sense if we think about the types of people, or if you might want to come here, why you might come here, what is the purpose of your visit. And so all of these amenities are probably really suited and really useful to a business traveler who comes here for a couple of days and needs those extra things to add some extra comfort. Even though it is also an excellent hotel to come to for leisure. They have incredible facilities, including an indoor and outdoor pool, as well as shopping malls and loads of things dotted around the hotel, only a 10-minute walking distance. This hotel does have a collection of contemporary artwork, just like we can see behind me here, and side by side, the Chinese artwork with the contemporary artwork blending two together. And sitting down here on this 3 or 4 seater sofa, you do have city views in front of me to check out the skyline and what's going on down below, and maybe just sitting, having a coffee, reading the paper. Camilla, take us over to some other areas of this room because there are some incredible things to see.
If you're a recurring viewer, you might have noticed by now how excited I get about the hotel bathrooms. This one is also really spacious. I mean, the room in general is very spacious, but this full marble bathroom is huge. You can see with the proportions how much space I have. The first thing that you see when you enter is this freestanding floating tub, which is standing very ideal in front of the window. So in case you're having a nice bubble bath in the evening, you have unobstructed views over the city. Let's see what's behind this frosted glass door, because it is a very spacious shower. I apologize for stepping into it with my shoes, but this shower, I think you can hear from the echo how spacious it is. It has a bench that looks like it's floating. We have all the amenities here, and you have a normal shower head as well as the rain shower head. Now, next to the shower is another frosted glass door. And again, if you're a recurring viewer, you will know how excited we get about seeing what we're going to see next, which is a high-tech advanced toilet, also known as a Japanese toilet. It's always interesting to see that in a hotel that opened 10 plus years ago, that back then they already incorporated that technology, blending in very nicely with what Benjamin said about the location of the city that we're in. We have a little floating shelf type of element here in this toilet area that is made out of wood. We don't have many wooden elements in this room, but it really reminded me of the nightstands that Benjamin showed you a moment ago, that I also have a combination of dark wood with the white marble. The spacious aspect of this bathroom continues when we look at the sinks. We have a double sink installation that is very spacious, giving you plenty of surface area to either put your wash bags on, put your toothbrush on, or just feel like it's not cluttered or you're not on top of each other when it's more than one person getting ready at the same time. The whole bathroom has the same grey marble tone on the floor and the walls. However, the sink area is a different, darker stone, giving it a nice contrast and breakup of the other elements in this bathroom. This bathroom has a very cooling, discreet effect on you, not only because of the material and the colors, but also because it doesn't shout for attention, and it just simply is. The dark grey stone of the sink area combined with this wooden base that's underneath really reminds me of another element here in the bedroom, especially in the living room area, because we have a dark grey textured wallpaper, but next to the same wooden element that you have also in the bathroom. So there is this continuity throughout the living, bedroom and bathroom area. Now, let me show you another important part of every hotel room, which is the dressing room area. But first, here we have the minibar area. It's nicely tucked away. It is simple and it does the job. An interesting point that we noticed is that we are provided with cans of water rather than water bottles, which is also something we observed in Hong Kong recently, quite different to what we're used to back in Europe. As I mentioned, this minibar is simple. It is equipped with your standard espresso machine. You have a kettle, glasses, cups for your coffee, as well as in a smaller selection of tiny alcohol bottles, as well as a few nuts and crisps. As you can see, I am in the entrance area of the room. The floor here is actually different to the rest of the hotel room because we have a white marble floor in the entrance area as well as a dressing room, which I'm going to show you in a second, giving a big contrast to the plum colored carpet that Benjamin showed you already, giving lightness to quite a dark space. The walls here have the continuity of the same wood as right by the bed. Now, come over here. Let me show you the dressing room. It has a sliding door that can separate the main area of this hotel room to this very spacious dressing room. As you can see, we have 2 large sized suitcases as well as 2 little ones, and there is still plenty of space to put even more suitcases or just hang all your clothes. You have loads of hanging space, you have shelves of storage, as well as a few drawers here on this side. Material wise, this area of the room is quite interesting because we have obviously the light colored marble floor, as well as this part where you can put a suitcase on, which is also a white marble, just like like the nightstands, but the boards are once again the same wood as we just saw. But once you come in, you can actually see a textured grey toned wallpaper that also has Chinese Eastern element, just like Benjamin mentioned earlier. When you open this drawer over here, we can find the information when it comes to the laundry service, as well as the standard white slippers. Let me show you actually.
Please do. And they're the standard design throughout all Four Seasons, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly. So you have cushioned white slippers with the logo here on the side.
And that very distinctive design in the middle.
I'm not sure if you've really paid attention to it or not, but so far we haven't seen a full body mirror, have we? Well, it is hidden away really nicely, because when you slide this door closed from your side, now you won't be able to see the dressing room. However, the inside of this door is a full body mirror from the floor to the ceiling. Perfect way to hide it away. And I could imagine that maybe it has something to do with feng shui even. I struggled closing this a bit, so let me get changed and show you the gym.
Welcome to the gym at the Four Seasons Shenzhen. Let's take a walk down straight into the middle. We've got all of our lovely cardio machines on my right side, plenty of treadmills, as well as a Stairmaster and other things to get a sweat on. And we've got all of our weights on the right-hand side, whether it's the legs, working our way all the way down to the chest. The machines are a little bit older, but as I mentioned, in really good condition, incredibly spacious. There are a lot of machines in this gym, but it doesn't feel like they're on top of each other. It is nighttime, however, during the day the light is flooding in, so it feels even more spacious and peaceful to get in a good workout. And the gym is not only weights and cardio. If you want to do a little bit of boxing, maybe you want to get out a foam roller or one of the balls to do some mobility exercises, then this is the perfect spot to do so. One really big plus about the gym is the space. They don't have a dedicated Pilates area, but some gyms can be quite tight, so it's good to know you've got a bit of space here to put a mat down and get some work done. But I shouldn't forget that there is a yoga room for the yoga classes, which are provided by the hotel. Breakfast is where the Four Seasons Shenzhen really shines. The Four Seasons is known for impeccable service, and this is where it really comes out. Their staff are so attentive, they are there to answer every need, every question, and they are so proactive. Even the head chef was coming around and asking if we needed anything, explaining the dishes that were on offer, and even brought Camilla her soup and put it all together perfectly. So it really makes you feel like you're being taken care of, and no request is too much. I even remembered one particular dessert, which is a kind of deep fried sesame ball that I love. And I'd only seen it in other parts of China like Beijing, Shanghai, and Hangzhou. I showed the photo of this sesame ball to one of the members of staff, and she said, "Oh, of course, I do recognize that. Yes, our chef will make it for you. It might take 5 to 10 minutes, and it might look a little bit different to the photo, but she brought it and it was absolutely identical and it was delicious." This simple example really epitomizes the Four Seasons service. The layout of the area where you have breakfast was perfect. There were little nooks with tables and everything felt very private, very discreet, and very separated. The buffet section was split into different areas and ample options to suit your needs. They had a great combination of both Eastern and Western. From the Western side, they had a lot of pastries, bircher muesli, as well as some nuts, yogurt, and things like that. But then on the Eastern side, they had the soup, they had different vegetable, meat, dumplings, dim sum dishes, so everything that you could imagine. And to perfectly finish off, when you enter or exit, there was an ice cream station, and Camilla could not resist. And I did try a little bit, and the chocolate ice cream was incredible.
We've decided to come back to where the showcase started, to this peaceful, tranquil terrace and garden area that this property offers. And as I'm saying this, it's starting to rain, which probably is the perfect cue to wrap up the showcase. However, before we finish, I'd like to leave you with some takeaways. The 3 most striking things that we observed are that the service was impeccable. One of the most important things about a city hotel is that you feel like you're detached from the city. It's an oasis within the busyness, and this is exactly what this hotel offers, despite being in the heart of the business area of Shenzhen. And lastly, the bed. It's very simple, but it's one of the most important things of a hotel, isn't it? The bed allowed for an incredible good night's sleep. I'm curious to know, what was your favorite part of this hotel? Please let us know in the comments. And if you're interested in seeing another incredible city hotel in a different country though, make sure to check out the St. Regis downtown Dubai. Thank you so much for watching.
Welcome to the St. Regis downtown Dubai, a business hotel with a very discreet and refined luxury feel. It sits in downtown, but right on the water canal,